Hi, this is recording number 18 in the Etsy subreddit and Quora Q&A series. And today's question comes from the Etsy subreddit. It was asked by R2D2888. I think that's it. Or BB8. I don't know. Anyway, the question is how to open a second Etsy shop. And he or she says, I found online that it's possible to open a second shop on Etsy, but I cannot find instructions on how to do so. Does anyone have any experience in this and can tell me where to go to do so? Yes, actually, I have opened more than one Etsy shop before. And so there's a helpful help article on the Etsy website. I will link to it below this recording, but there are some key things to know. So Etsy does allow you to have more than one Etsy shop. You cannot, however, have a shop with duplicate items. So your second shop cannot be a duplicate of the first, and in your second shop you can't list the same items or duplicate items in both shops. And so essentially they don't want you using the second shop to try and show up multiple times in search for the same item. And don't do it. It's likely you'll get found out and you might, be suspended or banned from the website. So if that's why you're opening a second shop, don't do that. If you're opening a second shop because you have another product line that just doesn't, that's not cohesive with your current Etsy shop and you think it would be better to have that as a standalone shop, then that's probably a good reason to open a second Etsy shop. So here's what Etsy lets you do. I'm just going to tell you some quick things, but these will be in the article I linked to below. You can list in more than one items. You just have to be able to fulfill all the orders that you get in both Etsy shops. If you're selling one-of-a-kind items, you can't list that same item in two separate shops that you own. You can only list that item in one shop. Then the items that you list, like I said, they can't be duplicates of each other in both shops. So they have to be different. Also, you're required by Etsy to put the shop name of any additional shops that you have in your public profile. So when you open shop number 2, you have to list it in the public profile of shop number 1. And in shop number 2, you have to list the name of shop number 1 in the public profile of shop number 2. And then, of course, follow Etsy's seller policy. So the article I will link to is going to be basically more in-depth information about what you need to know when you open a second Etsy shop. But that's basically it in a nutshell. I hope this was helpful. I will see you in the next recording.